I think, especially documentary filmmakers, we really want to shine a light on the truth, you know, and especially in an age of fake news, you know, we want to have empathy, the truth, something to be proud about, and sometimes you have to show the negative and how one perseveres through that, and that makes you proud too.
Vancouver-based producer Sangra is receiving critical acclaim for her latest documentary, Because We Are Girls. She recently met up with us to discuss her passion and her project.
Our family was your typical Punjabi family. We kept to ourselves, but we're always up to celebrate an occasion with singing and dancing and eventually drama.
Okay, well, the story is about the impact of sexual violence on a family. 3 sisters were sexually abused by their cousin. They kept it a secret for a couple decades, and they decide to come forward to break their silence and also to help other girls in their family. So they take their abuser actually to the Supreme Court, which is incredible. Only 1% of women actually make it to the Supreme Court. And I follow this journey, and I also follow the trials and tribulations of that journey, and also coming out with their extended family and confronting their parents for the wrongs of their childhood. So all of that's in the film. It's very emotional, but it's also a celebration of sisterhood.
We had each other. That's how we got through our childhood. Even now.
I'm passionate about telling stories that are underrepresented. You know, I think sometimes we have a certain stereotype about a culture or about people, and I just want to shine a light on that, like, because I know it's different. Like, to start, my first documentary was Warrior Boys, and that was sort of a response to all the media hype about gang violence in the South Asian community. And, you know, there's a lot of racial profiling and that going on. But I was like, you know, why is this happening? And, you know, I reached out and I did a film with 2 teenagers in high school at the crossroads.
We've seen tragedies in the number of 100+ young men from the Indo-Canadian community and the South Asian community that have died as a result of or on the periphery of gang violence.
For those that don't know, what is the filmmaking scene, documentary filmmaking scene like out here on the West Coast in British Columbia?
I think there's a real renaissance right now in terms of the films that are coming out of BC, the documentaries, especially with the National Film Board here. I mean, if you go inside and you see the posters of just films that have just come out in this last year, they're award-winning, they have different points of view, they tell underrepresented stories. Yeah, I feel really proud to have a film made by them.
I decided to come out because I witnessed something that this person is still active in abusing girls. And then my world shattered.
You really have to believe in the film that you're doing and surround yourself with amazing people and keep learning, keep pushing yourself, keep trying to get new creative language to tell that story. And there's so many stories that need to be told. I absolutely wish there was more people of color telling their stories.
And finally, just a few more things here. Simply put, kids don't know who they are. They are kind of at the mercy of whoever comes near them.
Very few of them have any significant responsibilities at home. The more free time they have, the more likely it is they're going to make bad decisions and they're going to get themselves in trouble.
Thank you. And
our people have made a lot of money, and I don't think it's all about money. There's a point where you have to really think, okay, do I really need all this luxury? Do I need a huge home? Does my son have to have a brand new car parked outside the school when he graduates? I don't believe in any of that. I think it's, you know, have luxuries, but not to that extent that you're avoiding your kids, that you're working 2 jobs, that you're never home for them. You know, spend time with your kids.
Val promises she will continue making films that challenge cultural stereotypes. Dean Atwell, Fraser Focus.